Right, so welcome to this little presentation on stress. So, what is stress? We all know what it feels like to be stressed, but it's not easy to pin down exactly what stress means. When we say things like "this is stressful" or "I'm stressed," we might be talking about, for example, situations or events that put pressure on us, times where we have lots to do and think about, or don't have much control over what happens. Our reaction to being placed under pressure, the feelings we get when we have demands placed on us that we find difficult to cope with. Ultimately, stress is a physical response to perceived stimuli that makes you feel threatened or upset balance in some way. So, here are a few signs you may be stressed. You may experience physical signs of stress such as tiredness, headaches, upset stomach, difficulty sleeping, lack of appetite. Also, when we feel stressed and anxious, our bodies release hormones called cortisol and adrenaline. This is the body's automatic way of preparing to respond to a threat, sometimes called the fight or flight. If you're often stressed, then you're probably producing high levels of these hormones, which can make you feel physically unwell and could affect your health in the longer term. So, types of stressors we've got external, which is your physical environment, noise, bright lights, heat, confined spaces, etc. Social interactions, rudeness, aggressiveness. Organizational, rules, regulations, and deadlines, being on time to the gym for some. Major life events, birth, death, new or a lost job, new home, etc. Daily hassles, commuting, problems with a car or home. Then we've got internal stresses, life choices. So these are big: caffeine, lack of sleep, overloaded schedule, negative self talk, overanalyzing, self criticism, and pessimistic thinking. Mind traps, unrealistic expectations, all or nothing thinking, exaggeration, and rigid thinking. Personality traits, perfectionists, workaholics. Ooh, quite a long list there. And the types of stress, we have negative stress. It is a contributory factor in minor conditions such as headaches, digestive problems, skin complaints, and insomnia. Excessive, prolonged, and unrelieved stress can have a harmful effect on mental, physical, and spiritual health. Positive stress. Stress can also have a positive effect, spurring motivation and awareness, providing the stimulation to cope with challenging situations. Stress also provides the sense of urgency and alertness needed for survival when confronting threatening situations. So, natural stress response. When you encounter a perceived threat, a tiny region at your brain's base sets off an alarm system in your body. Through a combination of nerve and hormonal signals, this system prompts your adrenal glands, located at the top of your kidneys, to release a surge of hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline increases your heart rate, elevates your blood pressure, and boosts energy supplies. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, increases sugars, glucose in the bloodstream, enhances your brain's use of glucose, and increases the availability of substances that repair tissues. Cortisol also curbs functions that would be non essential or detrimental in a flight or fight situation. It alters immune system response and suppresses the digestive system, the reproductive system, and the growth process. This complex natural alarm also communicates with the brain region that controls mood, motivation, and fear. So, stress response system. The body's stress response system is usually self limiting. Once a perceived threat has passed, hormone levels return to normal. As adrenaline and cortisol levels drop, your heart rate and blood pressure return to baseline levels, and other systems resume their regular activities. But when stressors are always present and you constantly feel under attack, that fight or flight reaction stays turned on. The long-term activation of the stress response system and the overexposure to cortisol and other stress hormones that follows can disrupt almost all your body's processes. So let's talk about managing these stress with some strategies. Eating a healthy diet and getting regular exercise and plenty of sleep will help. Practicing relaxation techniques such as trying yoga, practicing deep breathing, getting a massage, or learning to meditate. Taking time for hobbies such as reading a book or listening to music. Fostering healthy friendships. Having a sense of humour. Seeking professional counselling when needed. These are the strategies that you should be using. So, to summarize everything we've talked about, there are many factors in life we consider it is important that we're aware of so these things don't become overwhelming. Not all stress is bad. Stress can have a positive effect, such as keeping us alert and motivated, hence the cold shower. Be aware of the signs of stress and listen to your body. Adopt stress management strategies that we talked about in the last slide and make them part of your life.